And for more on this, we're being joined now by former U.S. diplomat Jim Jatras. Jim, simple as that. Why the controversy over Trump's remarks about Crimea?
Well, I think the controversy is because it runs completely counter to long-standing not only American policy but European policy since 2014, I think it just appalled a lot of people who are dead set on the policy. Let's remember, Crimea was Exhibit A for putting sanctions on Russia, throwing them out of the G8, and so forth. But now, how can Trump say something like this?
It's just a taboo thing?
Of course it's a taboo thing, even if it happens to be true. That simply exposes the falsity and the unsoundness of Western policy on Russia.
So it sounds like it's a don't rock the apple cart kind of thing.
I think it's even more than that. Look, if you look at what Trump said about asking Russia to come back to the making of the G8 again, he wants to have a summit with Mr. Putin. I think sometimes he likes to say things that he knows are going to set other people's hair on fire, and especially since he knows he's breaking a taboo.
Okay, but I agree with you. I think he does enjoy ruffling feathers and setting people's hair on fire, like you said, and seeing them put it out with a pot and a pan. But what about that? Why is this such a bad idea to bring Russia back into the G8, make it the G8?
It isn't a bad idea, and this is where I think it could be leading, hopefully, to something serious. Again, if there is a summit with Mr. Putin, if we are starting to see some of the ice melting now among the European countries, especially with the new populist Italian government, Austria, some of the other countries that want to get rid of sanctions on Russia, you're even starting to see some softening in Germany's position.
Well, speaking of Germany, I mean, they're brokering deals with Russia over nat gas.
Well, exactly, you're right, and being threatened by the Americans for having a pipeline. And this is the other problem on the American side now, is that I don't know a single person on Trump's team who agrees with him on this. In other words, I don't think there's a single person other than Mr. Trump himself who thinks Russia should be back in the G8, that he should have a summit with Putin, that we should start looking at the sanctions, that Crimea is really not our... But remember, during the campaign, when he was asked about Crimea, he said, let the Europeans worry about it. This is not an American problem. Can you think of anybody on Mr. Trump's team who agrees with that statement? I can't.
No, I guess you're right. No, I mean, this, like you said, they're favoring the EU opinion over this, but they're trying to broker. Maybe it's about this nat gas issue?
No, Manila, I would even say it's the EU position on this, because remember, Mr. Obama as much as admitted we have to pressure the Europeans to keep those sanctions on Russia.
Yes.
They don't want to do it either.
Want to stay
it's
there.
Largely coming, again, from the same kind of deep state forces that have been trying to get rid of Trump all along. When he keeps coming back to these things, I want to improve ties with Moscow.
Yeah.
I would have it. Yeah. I think he sincerely believes it. He really wants to do that, but for reasons I don't fully understand, he's surrounded himself with people who don't want to do that.
Okay.
How that all shakes out, I don't know.
And you floated that idea, a possible summit with Putin. Can we see a Trump-Putin summit, and is that a good idea?
I think it's a great idea. I don't know it's going to happen. I kind of think it will, because just as I think a lot of his team did not want him to meet with Kim, I think Mr. Pompeo did. That was kind of his baby. But I think a lot of the other people did not want that to happen. And of course, you've seen how Senator Schumer and many other people here have criticized him. He's still facing a lot of opposition on that. And some of the trash talk that's been aimed at him over that. But I think at this point, especially, I think he's feeling a little more confident now. He's hitting his stride. He's saying, you know, Frank Sinatra, I want to do it my way.
And you know what, Jim? You're like the prophet here. You've said stuff, and it comes true a week later. So
I hope so.
Let's see. All right. Thank you so much for taking some time with us tonight, Jim Jatras.
Hey YouTube, thanks for checking out our channel. We hope you enjoyed the video. We have tons of content for you just like this. For more of RT America's one-of-a-kind news and analysis, be sure to subscribe and never stop questioning more.